Okay, today I want to talk about prices and mortgage rates because when you're considering buying a home, staying informed about these two subjects is super important. So, to make an informed decision in today's market, there's two really important questions you should be asking. Where are prices expected to go, and what are mortgage rates doing? According to the latest home price expectations survey from Pulseonomics, experts predicted a decrease in home prices for this year, but the worst of that decrease is behind us. As you can see here, home prices started to appreciate again in January and February. From this, those experts predict that home prices will appreciate in 2024 and beyond. Rise in home prices in the coming years will mean two things for buyers. If you wait to buy a home, it could become more expensive, but if you buy now, your home's value and equity will grow. As a potential homeowner, your household's wealth increases when you purchase a home and prices appreciate. For example, if you use the projections from the survey that we just talked about, let's see how your home's value could increase in the next few years. If you bought a house for $400,000 in January of this year, you could accumulate over $71,000 in household wealth over the next 5 years. That's $71,000 in equity you could borrow against to buy a new car or buy a new investment. Before we move on to mortgage rates, I want to explain the current sweet spot that we're in right now. Notice in this graph the steep increase when people were buying houses for thousands of dollars over market value. Now sellers are receiving between 97 and 98% of their asking price, which is so much better than that 100% plus we saw in 2022. Looking at the average sales prices in Horry County, we can see a steady increase. So let's use this information on the home that we bought from the previous slide. Let's say the house was listed for a little over $410,000. We negotiated it for 97.5% of that and some concessions, bringing us to $400,000. Did I mention that not only are buyers getting at under asking price, they're also getting concessions such as seller paid closing costs? However, I do believe this situation is likely to change soon because, as we saw, prices have been increasing since March and they will continue to do so. This upward trend also has to do with falling interest rates. So let me explain why. Over the past year, mortgage rates have increased due to inflation and the uncertainty of the pandemic economy fallout. But the good news is that inflation is gradually decreasing. Based on historical trends, mortgage rates are likely to follow suit, as we see in this red circle. This is an encouraging sign for the market and mortgage rates, but it also means that those buyers that have been waiting for mortgage rates to drop are going to start coming out of the woodwork. So that will lead to sellers having more power in the market. We've covered home prices, where they currently stand, where they're headed, and the mortgage rates. So if you're considering buying a home, it's best to do it now. You may have to pay more money for a home with less equity potential if you wait. But by buying now, you could secure a home for under asking price, build equity over time, and refinance to get that same rate from those buyers who are sitting on the sidelines, or as those buyers who are sitting on the sidelines. So you definitely want to take advantage of this long-term benefit of home ownership. And the timing couldn't be better. So that's all I've got for today. Thanks for listening.